Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to today's session. Yeah, there it is. Hope everyone's doing well today. Season 2 of All King, renamed the Under IO. I'm very excited for today. I hope you guys are too. We're joined by a cast and crew of familiar faces, and we have one more person who's going to be joining the show as well. If you guys haven't caught up with our last season, head on over to our VOD channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that. All of All King Season 1 is up on that channel right now from beginning to end, if you wish to go ahead and catch up on that. But I think it's fair to say you guys can actually begin here, since it is a different story, a different tale, with just some background that has happened in All King that I think if you wish to join in right now, you can sit by, relax, and enjoy the show. This is essentially almost like a new D&D campaign, a new D&D experience. So yeah, without further ado, let me go ahead and let the crew know. Oh boy, I'm seeing some stuff. Hold on one second. I'm gonna let the crew know that I'm about to unmute, so that way they have ample time to get obscenities and weird stuff out of the way in the safety of their own channel. In the safety of their own channel. While we do that, let me go ahead and make sure we are good to go on. Yeah, we are. Oh, perfect. Lovely. Boop. Boop. And there's that. And how about we play a little bit of music? Return to Gwendolyn. For those that are curious, that have been here since Act 1, since All King. Curiouser and curiouser. If you want to know time frame between the seasons, I would say it's been 1 hour. I would say about an hour or so, as the aftermath is about to happen here. So let's go ahead and talk to the crew. Hello, hi guys.
And that about wraps up my plan
and
to
I was
derail
just saying,
this whole campaign.
that sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm on board.
What? What's this? What did I hear?
And then
Oh, hi, Brett.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not see you there.
Did you say something about derailing a campaign when
No,
I
we were
unmuted?
saying, we were talking about railing on the campaign.
Got it.
Mark.
No, that makes sense. Well, no, because Under IO probably has mines, which means there will be rails.
True.
I see where Gmart's coming from.
Yep.
Makes sense to me.
Man, thank you guys for being so supportive.
So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side.
You can't.
What?
You can't sing that. You
DMCA,
can't sing
dude.
that. DMCA, dude.
Oh yes, sorry, I
shit.
forgot that.
Nice! I got the email. Everyone got the email. I can't. We can't afford it, dude.
I didn't
No one.
email, so I'm safe.
will.
I'm basically invincible.
You will.
you will. So let's go ahead and start with where we left things off from Act 1. Are you guys ready to just jump in and dive right into this?
jump on it.
Yeah, let's jump on in.
All right, then. Anyways, a bewildered and crying Sachi emerges from the portal from the Labyrinth Vale.
Oh, my friends kill each other.
There. Sometimes it is known to happen, but we must rise above it and be.
Both of these
Okay,
also
so-
walking out.
Just to catch up,
Yes.
I have the ruby-eyed scepter on me, right? It's
Yes.
in my possession? Okay.
Yes, you do. It was given to you from Abel.
Yep.
Who is Abel? You mentioned that you were a little ways behind them.
He waited.
Yeah. Decent amount.
Okay. So the portal from the Labyrinth Vale from New Haven opens up. Out walk Sachi and Bofidis. Is Popsicles? You would call Popsicles with you, right? Because where did you leave Popsicles last session on it, though.
Summon him into the other world.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
It
he
just-
could
It doesn't really matter. I can just summon him at any point, and he just appears next to me.
Okay.
I have to use a spell slot to do it, but
Right. I'm just making sure, Popsicles is just hanging out, making sure he's
Vibing.
okay. But yeah, so
Popsicles is with me.
oh my god. You open your eyes,
my
you see a
God.
claw riding on Popsicle. Oh my god. So yeah, Sachi and Abel, you have just arrived from New Haven, the labyrinth veil that Sachi used almost impromptu magic to open up. Tears
We'll call
open
it
the
wild
labyrinth veil.
magic.
Very wild, I would say. You had to use all your spell slots for it. And you walked out, and now you have arrived at the destination you were looking at, which is the city of Wendolin, outside the tavern where you were to meet Mr. Mephisto.
It's good to be back. Sachi's like, she's had a fucked up day.
It's been
what a fucked up day.
She's on the brink of literal death right now. Just used up all her spell slots. Her friends are fighting, and she just wants this all to be done with, man. She's just
both of these
walking.
will lightly pat Sachi on the back, like just fingertips, like there. There.
A very slight pat with the last there. Thanks, both of these.
Things will be all right.
Will they? I don't know.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Oh no. I was just going to continue with the
There.
comforting. There.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, Abel would walk out as well, as he would see everyone entering the inn and tavern.
Brett, what direction is north on this map?
Well, it would be north. Question.
Oh, on the actual map? Okay.
Yeah. You would so if you're trying to get like north from like the roads that you're at right now, you'd probably head west, and then the streets would curve north, if I imagine you're going where you're going.
Is
Roger
Hubby just
that.
leaving? Okay, bye, Abel. He said Roger that.
Roger that. Sprints past the bar on his way to wherever he's going.
Okay.
I'm walking at a brisk pace to the west. And you guys
He
see me
locked
appear.
eyes
There's
with the old man
the
in the
noise.
window in the tent.
Yeah, so as you're walking in, would you guys see Abel walking by?
So I guess Sachi would she'd like stumble up the steps and then turn around for a quick second and see Abel just walking by.
Abel-
Like she's seen
30
it.
feet.
Like she's literally seen a ghost. Someone she doesn't recognize.
Yeah,
both
go
of these
ahead.
will sort of like step forward and like cautiously looking at Abel.
You see this stern look on his face, and his eyes meet yours for just a second, and he continues pushing through unless anything stops him.
I'm not
30
saying
feet
anything.
again.
Wow.
You actually at this moment you still see the bloodied maul in his hand.
Oh God.
Like he hasn't sheathed it.
That's right.
Yep. I'm not saying a word. Open my mouth.
So, Jesus.
30 feet.
Yeah, just keep moving. Keep moving.
There he goes.
30 feet.
Goes my hero. Man, what a
Hero.
Yeah. What a graceful departure from the party. Just
Yeah, that was weird. He just walked away.
Yep.
I've had
I
months
was-
to
I
think
was-
about how I want to do this, all right? And
that's how I wanted to do it.
I almost started singing when you walk away, but I can't because it's the MCA. God damn it! Fuck, this sucks.
Did you plan out like a speech you wanted to tell us?
oh no, not at all.
Okay.
No, I think what he's saying is
there is no way that Sachi was gonna fucking talk to you after that.
Braun also does not. You could tell he is not looking to talk with anybody right now.
God, boy, I love party dynamics where a member awkwardly leaves the party like, well, I guess I'd be going now.
No, where the member awkwardly turns into a demigod and then murders one of your friends.
That's true. That's true.
He didn't just leave.
Oh my god. Oh boy, man. Well, that's a hell of a start to the campaign. Under eye, everyone. Woo! That's where the logo fades in.
Hey, we're above though right now.
And so all king ended.
Yeah, and that's all, King.
That's all, King. That was it.
Fucking walked away.
Badee, that's all, King, folks.
All king. We're like,
That's
no
all
king,
king.
because he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
That's true. The last thing you would see. Jesus Christ. Sachi, the last thing you see as you see Sachi and Bofidis, if you guys are looking towards that direction, is Abel / Braun turning the corner and walking off. And a few moments later, a couple of concerned guards begin to follow the man with the bloodied maul walking in the middle of the street. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of that interaction. Unless you wish to pursue further.
Jail arc.
Into the sunset.
Yeah.
And Sachi's gonna prop herself up against this wood pillar here and just like catch her breath.
Both of these will turn to Sachi and say, "Do you think that he will kill again?
Most definitely, he will.
No.
Should we stop him?"
I don't think it's any of our business now.
Both of these thinks about that for a second.
But I'm sure we will see him again, both of these. And when that time comes, I hope you'll be there to protect me.
Both of these looks down the street and says, "No, stop! Don't go!"
Well, I think that's the
in a
quietest I've
perfectly
ever
quiet
heard both of
voice.
these. That's the quietest I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's the quietest he's ever been in his life.
Stop.
And then he'll turn around and say, "An attempt was made!"
Can't say we didn't try, buddy. She'll like spin back into the bar and
Yeah, we'll walk back
Waltz
into
over
the
this
bar here.
You walk back into what is now a familiar resting place of the Gwendolyn Tavern. Walking in, you already see Mephisto, Mr. Mephisto, and Bofidis. He's right over there. You see Mr. Mephisto resting comfortably on a chair, drinking a cup of coffee. He's seems to be in communication with a halfling and what I can only describe as an ancient old man
Gandalf.
with Gandalf features.
You see him
Alright.
holding this little cup of tea and this little small plate that he's holding underneath it and sipping. Yes, well, so tell me more about this mine again.
Well, it seems, and also, what are the two of you currently doing, Sachi and Bofidis? Would you just like?
Sachi like saw Mephisto and she's like stumbling over and she literally just falls into this chair.
Both of these will walk in and say, "Mr. Mephisto, you are being seeken by both Sachi and Bofidis."
Yeah, Mephisto was about to respond to the elderly man before he hears the screams and echoes of Bofidis' boisterous call. The denizens of the bar, surprisingly enough, used to this. As they look over, they give a nod and continue on with their consumption of food and drink. Sachi, as you collapse over the seat, Mephisto stops what he was doing, and he, almost with a gentle smile, "Oh, Sachi. Oh,
Hello.
Sachi." Like now seeing how bewildered and exhausted you are.
She like takes off her hat and just sinks into the chair.
What happened with the two of you?
Now with their eyes closed, she's just gonna hold out the ruby-eyed scepter.
Is that?
She'll fork it over to him.
You just toss it over.
Yeah.
Yes, Sogu, Nisa, one moment, please. And he observes. He goes ahead and like observes around the scepter and the quality, and he's like, fascinating, simply fascinating. I hope this wasn't of great difficulty for the two of you. Where?
Big eye roll.
Buffety's sort of like disassociates for a moment when he
Fucking out of body.
that gif of the dog sniffing the cupcakes where it's like the Vietnam flashback.
Yep.
Oh, right.
He looking at the two of you, and that's what he realized. He's like, where's Abel? Where's Qua?
Buffety's attempted to stop Abel from leaving,
Leaving?
but he had left already.
Leaving. And then he stops for a moment and looks at the two individuals over here and says, I apologize. Let me go ahead and finish my prior business, and then we shall continue with our communication, yes? If the two of you wish to head up to the bar, feel free to order whatever you want. It's completely on my tab. It shouldn't take but a moment. And what do the two of you do? It's just the
What?
Just the halfling walks away without saying a word.
He finishes his sip of tea, puts it on the table, and then he's gonna stand up, really frail, like skinny boned.
Does he have like a cane?
He does not have a cane, but he stands up. He puts both his arms on like the arms of the chair and like. Man.
I have to really quickly go grab something from my door. I'll grab it.
Yeah. That's okay. We're gonna watch this old man walk over to the bar and see exactly what's
Describe
happening.
his actions in more detail.
He walks through and like braces himself on the table as he walks by, and then he goes over to the table.
Did you just make like D&D Hans Mole Man? Like what?
I mean, honestly,
is
we
an
need more
amazing
mole men.
character.
Yeah.
Back off! He's gonna come up from a fucking manhole, I swear.
I just noticed
Down
something.
I go.
Not canonical, or maybe canonical. I noticed something at the corner of this map I want to share and show with everybody.
Okay,
Yeah, I saw that
I can explain. So I had Qua like here from months ago, from whenever he last used this tile set, and then someone in chat went, "Whoa, did you see Qua in the corner?" And I went, "All right, I gotta delete him," and I couldn't delete him, so I went, "I'll hide him in this corner where no one will look." And I was like, "I'll hide him far away."
I like to hear just what it could have been.
Are you
Qua?
telling me we were only traveling with Qua's after image this entire time?
He's fast as fuck.
Hey!
Holy shit.
That would have been the craziest part.
That
Was I
would've been
beat
the
you guys
reveal.
here?
Yeah.
I beat you guys home. I ran back.
I wanted to say, fuck the old king. He had what was coming.
Yeah,
All
fuck
right.
that guy. Bye.
that
And I just
guy.
blip out of existence at 1,000,000,000 miles an hour.
So Mephisto continues to speak just to see the halfling wander back up, and he turns over to her and goes, yes. Does she respond at all? Are you muted with your mic right now? Uh-oh.
Death.
Is she just staring at him like very intently?
Like, no. Hold on 1 second. Zerina, are you there?
Christina, you're muted.
It's like
Maybe your
your mic's
mic's unplugged.
activated, but
Yeah.
I don't see a green light.
Hold on 1 second. What if this is the ghostly presence?
I'm honestly very intimidated by her character not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of intimidating.
Okay, she figured out what was up.
Oh no,
dude.
What, do you want money?
Looking at us menacingly.
Do you want some money? I mean,
Yeah, we were having a private conversation. I told you to wait at the bar. Or you can sit there. That's fine.
Oh, maybe because Discord was giving her problems earlier.
Yay!
Okay.
It's working.
Yay!
Talking?
And you didn't hear anything the entire time. I'm so sorry.
Silent
Not like
strong
this.
type. Silent strong type.
Feels bad, man.
No, it's okay. While you're here, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience and the character that you're going to be playing?
Hi, everybody. Out of character, my name's Zerina. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. Me and Octo used to live together. I know all of
We have
Octo's
known each
dirty
other
secrets.
for 13 years.
Oh
my
We met each other
God.
in 2007
He's my BFF.
playing World of Warcraft. It's true.
It's true. It's true. And in character, you see a small halfling who is hilariously filthy, but not in a gore sense. She's covered in dirt, muck, mud, debris,
Pigpen.
all sorts of things. Yes, she looks
She's
incredibly dirty.
Dust cloud around her as she
Yeah,
moves.
dust cloud and
Yeah,
whatnot.
She looks like she's been rolling in it. She has come back from a bar with a just hilariously giant beer and pulls down her mask to reveal some like light, almost slate gray skin, which contrasts with the rest of the dirt on her face, and takes a massive swig.
At that point, Mephisto would turn to you and said, "Oh, I apologize. I still have to finish my business with them. But if you'd like to wait up by the bar, we can talk further at that point."
No, that's okay. I'll wait here. Big sip.
Another qua.
Mephisto nods. Oh, jeez.
You
yeah,
hear
go on.
like in the distance, you hear like the stool get pulled out at the bar, and this old man goes to the barkeep and just starts telling him a story. And he's, yeah, so there I was. The knoll was actually 45 feet that way, right? And I had to get ready. So I told my party that, where are you going?
I'll be right back. I'm listening.
Right.
Goes all the way out the back, never comes back.
And then he starts sipping his tea again.
Skips town.
Yeah, skips town, starts a new life.
He just walks in. Mephisto.
Fucking- I imagine like if he skips town fucking droopy style, he opens the door to this like inn 5 towns away and he's in there like, sure as I was saying.
Right. Now that you're back.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm getting big droopy energy from
yeah,
this guy. I
big
love
droopy
it.
energy.
Yeah.
Mephisto at that point would kind of like clear his throat a little bit and say, I do insist, if we could have the space, or we could go someplace else, if you'd like.
Yeah, those chairs in the back corner seem really comfortable.
All right, and at that point, Mephisto would get up from the chair and
Holy
be like, all right, so I guess we're gonna go over there now.
Well, someone's accommodating. All right, I guess we'll leave.
I just love the idea.
Sachi like rolls out of the chair. She's basically on all fours, just fucking.
I'll just, Apophanes will just fireman carry Sachi over to the other.
That's perfect.
And so the knoll had a red stripe, which means he was part of the clan that we were fighting earlier. It's really, really interesting. And so,
What
and
were you
then
drinking?
it trails off if you guys go to the corner.
Yeah, you see this old man just telling this story. The barkeep would be like, what are you drinking again?
Tea, please.
Or should we switch to something a little, that gives you a little less pep in your step?
No.
Oh, all right, I just don't want you up all night, you know?
Oh, tea is fine, thank you. And, well,
He
so the knoll
whispers
had a
something.
gold tooth.
He whispers something under his breath.
I choose not to hear.
Perfect.
I pretend I do not hear it.
I do apologize for that. Please sit. You look like you've both been through hell. And he offers the chair to both of these.
Both of these will sit over here, I suppose. Or, like, thump down in the chair.
All right. So, what happened with Abel and what happened with Abel and Qua? He kind of says in like a muted tone in case it was like the worst case scenario.
Sachi, who is currently about half liquid, just looks over at both of these with like a stern gaze.
Both of these will sort of like motion for him to like come in, like, you know, sort of huddle.
Okay, he'll step in. He'll step in a little more. He'll step in a half
We were
step.
cornered by a
He literally falls back to the fireplace
And dies.
His hand
Burns in the
slaps
fireplace.
into the log. It catches on fire momentarily, and he just slams it out. Everyone is looking over in this direction, and he's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
That reminds me of this time I fought a fire elemental. Small one, of course, and no threat
Sachi
to...
will she'll sigh and sit up, and then she'll lean in towards Mr. Mephisto and go, do you know the name Brahm?
Braun. He thinks to himself a little bit, making a little history check.
Roll.
Roll good. Come on,
Please.
Mephisto. You're like the best
How
NPC.
would he not know?
Oh, he know.
Oh, he knows.
Nice.
He nods a little bit, and he's like, the man of that's the Order of Braun worships, correct?
Correct.
All right. What about him?
That was Abel.
He like stops for a minute, and he's like, that can't be true.
That's what I said.
But it was!
And then he resurrected the All King right in front of us, Mr. Mephisto.
And then Qua threw him into a pit?
Hold on, it's one step at a time.
A lot to
please.
unpack here.
So Abel was a 500-year-old warrior,
Yeah.
and he revived the All King,
Mm-hmm.
Correct!
the first All King.
Yeah. That one.
He scratched his chin a little bit. Just so you know, he revived the last All King, which was
Yeah, I was gonna say not the first All King.
yeah, not the
Oh.
first one, the last one.
By
Yeah,
using the
Correct
body of the
yourself and
first.
say the last All King. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. It was the first body's the first.
It
All
was
King's
the body of the
one to
first
revive
king.
the
the
head of
last
the
one.
last All.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, as complicated as
she'll
that
say-
sounds, you got it. Yeah.
Well, she used the first one's body to revive the last one, and
So it made what, like a super All King or something? Is that what you're
it
trying
was
to
a
tell me?
reincarnation. She'll
Oh.
like look at him with her eyes open. Does it look like I'm fucking lying to you right now?
I suppose not.
Very,
You've
very...
not been one to jest. So
Anyways, Braun's on his way to cause some trouble.
he's here.
Uh-huh.
He was!
He thinks to himself for a moment, and just
And,
kind of
and Sachi will say, "You know exactly where he's going."
he'll like nod. He's like, so where is this All King now then?
Well, in a corrupted pit.
I'm sorry.
You think he's dead?
Okay, so you killed him? He killed him. Qua killed him?
Yeah. Qua threw him into the pit.
And where's Qua?
Dead.
How?
Braun killed him. I don't know. We got out of there as soon as shit started hitting the fan.
He looks down. You see him like grab his glasses. He takes it off for a minute, and his hand's like shaking before he puts it in like a side pocket, and he thinks to himself a little bit. And his hand like calms after a moment, and he nods and says, well, I apologize for putting you through that then. And he's holding the All King's, not the All King, the ruby-eyed scepter. And he's like, and you still managed to get this. I appreciate you finishing the job. Although I would understand if you couldn't.
I make sure I finish what I start, and at least I gotta learn a lot about portals. Am I right, both of these?
Both of these will look at her and say, "Both of these thinks you did the best you could."
Well, that is a
Sachi's
tragedy.
gonna like lean back into the chair and just hug her hat and like close her eyes.
Well, there's, I suppose it probably should be good not to do any business in Gwendolyn for a bit, especially if there's a...
Jesus Christ.
Especially... there he is out there. Quan, what are you doing out there, silly?
In the fucking window. Hello.
You see, you're seeing ghosts now that you believe.
Does that tree look like? No.
No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. At this point, yeah, Mephisto just puts his glasses back on and says, well, we should probably... I'll be ending my business here at Gwendolyn anyways. I'm going to be heading over now to the kingdom of Asmodia to give this to the clients. And he's holding up the ruby-eyed scepter.
What's that for exactly?
I don't ask questions in this line of work. An item is requested. I set up the party that will be tasked with it, that I feel like is best able, in which case the two of you were, and then we deliver the item. This one I was asked to deliver personally, so I will have to do so with caution. I thank the two of you. The gold was meant for 4 people, but I suppose I can split it for the 2 of you to have it.
Oh no, more gold.
Oh no. He leans a little bit. The original deal was to keep anything that was in the crypts, but I would feel remiss if we didn't pay you for the work that you put in. And I feel like you should be paid a lot more. I shall be sure that 2,500 gold pieces are delivered to both of your rooms. Privately, of course. If you would like it, I can probably exchange it for gemstones or platinum pieces.
I'd like platinum pieces, please.
And he nods. I could do that for you. What's up, both of these?
Both of these has never possessed this much money in his entire life.
He'll take it in platinum too.
And he just kind of like...
Both of these would like it in copper.
Both of these? No.
Just the largest sack of pennies ever.
Her eyes widen and she sits up at the and just imagines Boffity's screaming at top volume running through town holding 17,000 pounds of copper.
You want 250,000 copper pieces. Is that correct, both of these?
Perhaps another time.
Yes. I'll and he looks over to Sachi. I shall give it to you in the platinum. Now, what do you mean about this corruption? What exactly do you mean by this?
They're performing some kind of act, some kind of ritual with the body. That cult over there.
Ugh.
Actually, wait. And then she'll reach into her bag and she'll pull out some of that corruption that she grabbed. And he'll let him inspect it.
His eyes open up wide. He's like, is that what I...
Could you tell me about it?
I don't know too much. But you said you got this over in the area that you went for, and that couldn't have been too far from here. Just so you know, it wasn't. It was like literally still in like the southern regions of Kathos. Just so you know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't far.
Well, that's not good. It seems that Gwendolyn may be in more trouble than I had imagined. Might be even the continent of Kathos. There was a report recently, and he's kind of like moving the vial around. The great big maw that opened up in the northern part of Kathos. It started swallowing up some small villages and towns. They've been sprouting up all over. I thought it was a northern issue, but if they're appearing here, well then, the entire continent may be in some grave danger.
That about matches the description.
He sighs a little bit, and returns the vial to you, and mentions, would you be willing to part with that? I'll pay a price for it.
I think I'd hang on to it for now.
I understand. You wouldn't happen to be looking to do anything about it, would you?
Perhaps. We'll see. Right now, I just want to sleep.
He, at that point, he nods and says, all right, then. I think a good rest is in order. I may have another task for you coming up here soon, but I want to make sure that the both of you are well rested first before we commence with that. And then he looks over to the bar where the halfling and the old man is. We'll talk more in the morning, but I may need the two of you again for something if you're interested in more work.
Let me check my schedule. She pulls up her sleeve on her left arm and just looks at her arm. There's nothing on it.
And
then she goes, yeah, I'm available.
And he looks over to Bofidis. And you, my friend?
Bofidis is always seeking.
He sits and waits. It does not lean in this time, looking at his burnt sleeve. He nods and says, I'll speak with you in the morning.
Justice!
He just keeps walking as Justice screams through the corner. At this point, so you guys will have the ability to leave and report to your rooms. Not report, but like head up to your rooms so you guys can sleep and get yourself a nice long rest and level up to 6.
That is exactly what Sachi is going to do right now.
And that's how I defeated the giant centipede. Yes, well, actually, his poison wasn't effective as long as I stayed healthy.
Yes, do you need something, sir? Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me one moment, please. Mephisto just kind of like shakes his head a little bit, and then the barkeep's like, and he continues working, just waiting for you to continue your story.
Well, there was actually a whole cave full of them, but we had this very strong lad with us, and he rolled a boulder in front of the cave. I bet those centipedes are still in there to this day. Yes. And then takes a sip of tea.
Like just like a quick slurp right there. So at that point, you'll see Mr. Mephisto sit down and says, yes, where were we with the business? Yes, the mines. And the
yes. She takes a long bit of paper out of her pack and smooths it across the table, pulls out a quill and an ink pen, and describe the area.
Yes, well, it is so as I sent in the correspondence, the Sidsworth mines have reported some missing workers and miners within there. They're fearing the worst and wish for someone to investigate in the depths of this area. They fear that miners have either left their position or something more disastrous and deadly. Your task would be to investigate the mines and see what exactly happened to them. You don't necessarily need to do anything drastic, and if they are alive or at worst dead, he says under his breath, then in that case, you will simply need to report that. Also, I have a friend that works at the mines that has unearthed an interesting treasure, from what I'm told. If you could also deliver that back to me, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, there were 2 more people that were supposed to join, but I wonder if they backed out last minute.
Furiously scribbling notes.
Yeah, she's just writing all this down, and he sees you write down the whole like 2 more people were supposed to join. Mephisto's like, well, that's not necessary. You don't have to write all. You're still writing, are you? All right, I'll go ahead and
Glances
continue.
up at him, looks back down, scribbles 2, puts in a
Writing what
question
he's
mark.
saying.
Yeah, it's all right. I shall continue.
You just see the old man like stroking his long beard and looking up, and it's just
Fascinating, an old artifact in a cave and people missing. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Describe this artifact, please.
I unfortunately was not given much of a description through the
She
correspondence.
blinks at him.
That I was given that simply put, you are to meet a dwarven friend of mine, and he will deliver the artifact to you at that point. I don't believe
She writes, dwarven artifact, underlined 3 question marks.
Yes, that sounds about right. And then he nods a little bit at that point. Yes, that'll yes, that'll do. That'll do. You'll be
She writes, like in parentheses, probably a hammer.
yeah. Mephisto mutters under his breath, oh, I hope not. And mentions you'll be meeting with my friend Ika, who works over in the mines. But we shall let's go ahead and meet up again in the morning. I think that the 2 people that I may have replaced that may replace are getting some rest right now, and I'd like to ask them again when they have more energy. And at that point,
Very
they-
well.
Competent?
he smiles and says, "Oh yes, quite so."
That reminds me of this time when we were going on an adventure to the southern continent. And, well, we were missing 2 of the party members, so of course we had to stay behind. And, well, we had a lot of drinks that night, I'll tell you that much, but no adventuring for us, no. Ooh.
Mephisto
Where are you going?
Mephisto would interrupt and says, "Are you talking about now? Are you like right now? Is that what you're talking about?"
No. That's... Wait,
Let's go ahead and meet in the morning. I'm afraid I'm getting a little bit tired myself.
a grand idea.
Stay as long as you need to, and then Mephisto will walk away. At that point, does anyone do anything during the evening hours, or is everyone getting their long rests on?
This old man goes to every table that will not immediately stop him and tells them a story.
That won't say no.
Missa is actually very interested in the stories, especially the cave centipedes, and would love to hear all about them.
So she just continues like following this old man around as well as everyone's like.
So he goes down to
drinks.
this table, and if you join him, he would go on about this adventure he went on where they just had to find a missing person, but they were eaten by centipedes in a cave, and there was more of them that the party could handle, and they were giant centipedes, and they eventually had to block off the cave and run for it, but they found what they were looking for.
So many good stories.
Let's use them all right now.
So
I want to see how much Lawman's got prepared.
And that's the character, guys. I've only actually had 3 stories.
3 stories. I
Use them all
repeat.
in right
I
way.
repeat and replace the names for all the time, and yep, that's what I do. All right, so we can go ahead and skip ahead to the morning then. Now that everyone is long rested, spells have been refreshed, HP maximized, level ups have been issued, knowledge has been unlocked. Both of these and Sachi, if you want to move your tokens back to the corner, as well as our 2 new characters. Okay.
The bottom right.
The bottom right, yeah.
Octo, you're super far from your mic, man.
Oh, sorry. Wait, am I still?
Oh,
you're
a
good.
little bit, yeah.
Oh.
It's quieter than usual. I don't know.
Oh, I can turn myself up.
There you are.
That's.
There it
Sorry about
is. There it is. That's the guy.
All right.
Oh,
When Sachi
because I was
comes-
yelling and I didn't want to blow everybody's ears out.
When Sachi comes downstairs, you notice that she has cut her hair.
Whoa! Mulan style.
It is like probably just below her chin now, lengthwise.
I'll have to speak with Sea Bear and get that.
And she's rolled up and hemmed her sleeves,
Oh,
like to her elbows.
Both of these will stand up indignantly and say, "Someone has stolen your hair!"
It was me. I stole.
I stole my own hair.
Both of these is trying to put together the fact that can somebody steal something that belongs to them, and then sits down immediately.
Both of the Mephisto keeps Mephisto would just like pat both of these in the back at that point. There. All right, we're all here. Sachi and both of these, how are you feeling today?
Better.
Both of these is feeling adequate.
This blinks visibly at the volume of the man.
Both of the God, why am I doing this? Mephisto, Mr. Mephisto, you are both of these.
We're all both.
Did I get my 250 plat last night? Is that how much it is?
Yeah, it would have been delivered to you in the evening.
Okay, cool.
Holy shit, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yep. You both have 250 platinum now.
Hell yeah.
So at this point, Mephisto would clear his throat and says, "Well, if you two are able and ready, I actually have one more job for you. Might be the last job for a while. I'll be heading off to Asmodia after this. And probably will not be," he mutters under his breath, "probably will not be returning to Wendolin anytime soon. I'd recommend the same for the four of you. I'm already hearing...
Where is that?
Oh, wait, what?
There may be a political struggle in the future."
A political struggle. Yes, well, maybe I could stay and find out what the story is.
I suppose that is something you could do if you wish. I'll be staying out of it, or ideally would like to. He clears his throat. So, both of these, Sachi, I would like to introduce to you a couple of well-seasoned adventurers like yourself. And he motions to the old man. Lawman, please introduce your character.
Oh, baby.
Old man. That's it. He's just an
old
old
man.
guy.
Old man, old man.
So,
It is I, old man.
You see an old man, but
Nice.
he's older than old. He can best be described as frail and ancient. He has wrinkles on his wrinkles. His
Oh.
eyes are so baggy that their bags have bags. His skin sags closely around his small and seemingly brittle bones. His face is gaunt with a long gray beard that comes to an upwards facing curved point near his midriff. So it's like it goes down and then it curves back up. He's got this long beard. He's got long and pointy ears. And the left one has this V-shaped cut at the top of it. In the center of his face, you see his long, thin nose that curves down, and above it, two bright green eyes with an interesting sparkle to them. Top of these are his large, bushy gray eyebrows, which, like, you can see them dangling off the picture. Let's see. He's got a wrinkled forehead, all this under his long, swept-back grayish-white hair. It looks like it could have at one point been quite luscious. But despite all this, he looks very warm and welcoming with a genuine smile on his face, despite the smile having a few crooked and yellowed teeth. You know, what can he do? He's wearing a worn blue studded leather vest over like moderately posh and formal garments, but they are very old and have long since seen their day. There's small bits of silver and gold lining the outfit, and you can tell like they're pretty nice, but they're not. You know, they're still pretty plain overall. The white undershirt is faded and stained, and the overcoat is battered and torn in some places. But interestingly, there's strapped across his body is a sash, and at the bottom of the sash are these small chains that connect to this huge book that is resting on his hip, and it's like disproportionately large to the rest of his body. but it doesn't look like it affects him weight-wise, which is interesting because a book that size would definitely be crushing this old man. So you think maybe, I don't know, could be magical. I don't know. And
That's
on
making me think it's not.
clipped onto the left side of his belt is this ornate gilded human skull. With beautiful swirling patterns and designs across the cranium. So it's like
It's a sugar skull from
yeah. I mean, you could think, like it's like a blackened skull, and then the part that on the top of the head, like the cranium, is this gold like swirling pattern. And it looks like it's been there on his hip for a while. And he also has this rapier tucked away on the side of his belt, and he's got a lute on his back. It's like he sets it off to the side when he's sitting on the chair, obviously, but he has this spot for a lute to go on his back. Yeah.
Is he human?
He is a half elf.
Okay.
Ah.
And I mean, I don't know how insight checking a person's age is, but you can tell this is probably the oldest half elf you've ever met.
Both of these will get up and walk in front of him and extend his hand and say, "Greetings! You stand in the presence of Bophides, hero to all, friend to most."
A hero, you say? Wow, it is incredible to meet you.
And he puts out his hand, and it's this long, bony fingers, and he's with like really long fingernails as well. And he says, "Hello," yes, and shakes your hand.
He will shake it, vigorously, but not too vigorously, as he doesn't want to harm this old man.
Ow.
Ouch!
Ow, my bones and organs.
You've broken me. No, they'll say, "You'll have to tell me sometime what makes you so heroic."
Bophides will tell you now. He believes in justice and righteousness and defeating evil and fighting any that would hurt the weak.
Oh, wow.
Sachi's frown goes all the way across her face, realizing that she will now have to put up with 2 of these.
Incredible. What heroic deeds have you accomplished? So I might write them down.
Bophides has accomplished many things. One time, Bophides has helped an elderly lady cross the street when there were many carts driving across. Another time, Bophides brought a cat out of a tree. Another time,
You see him pull his mega book out, like this super fat book, and he's like, as he starts to tell the story, he flips it open to a blank page right in the middle, and both sides are blank. And he puts his pen to it and looks up at you, and then you start telling these really lame stories, and he just closes the book and puts it away.
Politely puts it back, smiling all the time.
Yes. Wow, very nice, very cool.
Nice and cool.
Nice and cool.
So cool.
Another time, Bophides gave a loaf of bread to someone that looked like they were hungry. Another time, Bophides gave some copper to somebody who asked him for it.
He puts his hands over his other hand and like leans back in the chair and just puts his hands on his like belly and like leans back and starts to not really care.
Look at his fingernails.
Another time, Bophides helped fix a door that was falling off its hinges. Another time, Bophides fixed a roof that had a hole in it. Another time, Bophides helped a small kitten find its way home to its mother.
Bophides.
Yeah.
This magic chair over here just told me it needs justice by you sitting in it.
Or Bophides will dispense justice immediately. Bophides like runs over and sits in it really hard and like has his he has his fists out next to him and he's like shaking.
Does the
Sachi will
halfling get
wave
up?
over
Okay,
at the
go
old man.
No, the halfling just kind of ducks under the old elf's chair to get into a new chair because Bophides is so much. He's so much.
And then he, kind of like Mephisto, nods over the old man as if to say, you know, now you give your name.
Oh, yes. Hello, I am Sogu Madur.
Gesundheit.
You can call me Mr. Madur or Sogur, friend. Yes.
Oh,
So cool, Mador. A nice name.
At that point, he will then also go ahead and motion over to the halfling that's sitting over in the corner. Yes, and this is Nisa. Is that correct?
Yes, she stands on the stool that's on the ground here to make herself a little bit taller. Greetings. My name is Nissa Wanderlust, and my job here is to make sure you all do not die. My primary concern right now is, well, Bofidis. Your voice seems to carry across not simply the room, but I fear the entire underground system may hear you.
Correct!
We might have to work on your inside voice.
This is Boffidy's inside voice!
Yes, it is his inside voice. Outside voice.
Yeah, this is his inside voice. That's exactly.
I have been hired by your compatriot here, she gestures at Mr. Mephisto,
Hello.
to guide you safely into some certain minds.
That is
I will
correct.
get you there, but you have to listen to what I say. Is that clear?
Mephisto eyes everyone and sees what they say.
Boffides is still sitting in the chair very hard, so that's taking a lot of his attention, but he nods.
Fascinating.
I see we have an agreement.
What is Sachi
now,
doing?
to describe Nissa,
Yeah,
Sachi's just deadpan right now.
just default deadpan face.
Yeah.
she's a very diminutive halfling. She has a very incredibly wild black hair with kind of streaks of light blue in it. Her eyes are an extremely pale blue, as if she has not seen the sun in quite some time, and her skin, normally odd for a halfling, it's almost a white slate gray. She appears as if she has spent more time underground than seeing the sun. In fact, she's wearing a hood right now. Even the bright light seems to kind of bother her. Other than that, she is wearing some particularly loose clothing, some leather armor, easy-fitting leather boots, and a mask covering the lower part of her face. All of her clothes have seen better days. They're a little bit ripped, torn, but she's not half as dirty as she was yesterday. She's cleaned up, not nicely, but she's cleaned up. And in her hair are various beads, baubles, trinkets, and braids that hang wildly out of the hood. They are wired with like stones and such.
And at that point, Mephisto would nod and say, "So there are a couple of things that have changed since yesterday from some news that I was given." And he nods over to Sachi in the corner, and he then mentions, "So originally, it seems this task might be a threefer. Well, the first was the original task, that the Sidsworth mines have a couple of miners that have gone missing in the depths. They are interested in finding the origins, or rather, what is the fate of these miners, dead or alive. Simply informing them will be enough. You won't have to do anything any further.
Why do we not simply inform their parents?
Inform their parents of what, both of these?
Their fates! They are minors! Should their parents not be looking after them?
Yes. I see where I've made the mistake again. My apologies, both of these. One who mines, typically ore, rock, stone, with pickaxes and shovels, typically. Have you heard of this term before? He motions the hand.
Why
over
are
both
children mining with pickaxes?
No children. Child labor is not legal within the lands. They're adult men and women Some of them part of the Sidsworth Mining Company. Some of them criminals, he says slightly under his breath, fearing Beaufort's response when he says criminals under his breath. Some of them are criminals of Lwendolyn and are serving their term mining within there, but no children. And he shakes his head once again at Beaufort's. Yes, no children. Do you understand now, my friend?
Beaufort slowly nods.
Good,
like
good.
kind of looking at him with the side eye, and he like slowly nods.
He looks at
Justice.
Yeah. Justice. He looks at Sachi and just mutters under his breath. He understands, right?
He gets it, yeah.
Okay, good.
When did Sachi become his like mom? Like a mom at the doctor's office.
Well, you can go watch Alkeg and then you can find out.
Literally, I think Sachi like mentally and spiritually has like aged 10 years over the
That's what the haircut. Yeah. That's
yeah. So he nods and says, "So we need to find out the fate of these miners." And then he looks at Beaufort's again to make sure that he didn't lose them. Yeah.
He raises a finger as if to say something, but then he
not children.
Looks like he remembers something. He's like,
"Yes,
right,
not children."
Like
yes.
the Kevin Malone face.
Yep.
Not children. That's right. The second is a friend of mine has discovered a sort of treasure that he wishes me to look over. If you can meet all you have to do is meet my friend, named Ika, who should be near the entryway of the mines. He'll grant you the artifact and treasure. You just simply bring it to me for my observation. I would greatly appreciate that while you're finishing these, this sort of job. And then he sighs a little bit. And the third one, it's going to probably be the difficult of the three, and because of that, we're going to adjust the contract a little bit. Sachi?
Squint.
Pardon?
Well, I would pay you for your time, of course. Sachi, would you be so kind as to show everyone what you showed me yesterday?
Yeah. She'll pull it out of her bag and she'll step forward and drop it on the stool here.
You see a vial of this like pulsating, like purplish sort of flesh-like entity within this tiny vial. What is going on in Sachi's mind when I keep doing that, when Mr. Mephisto is like, okay, show the thing.
She's I don't know. She doesn't care.
Okay.
But it's staying with her. She knows that for sure.
Yeah. So I'm beginning to theorize that this, whatever this is starting to grow underneath potentially the entire continent of Kathos.
I believe it.
I'm not entirely certain what it is, but it seems to have some catastrophic force with the lands around. There's been reports of only what I can describe as large openings or maws of this weird entity. It's swallowing up villages. It's killing people. I've been hearing several reports from northern Kathos, and apparently Mr. Beaufort's and Misashi have begun to see this in South Kathos as well.
You know what, Brett? I think I remember myself stopping to take a sketch of the entire giant pit.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
I did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say you would, because you're usually sketching all the time.
Yeah. Sachi will like light up and go, oh, and then she'll flip to her notebook and she'll like kind of just scuttle over here and hand him the drawing. That's about what it looked like.
He looks at it and sighs and says, that's well, that right there is what I'm hearing. Sprouting all around the continent.
Sogu like cranes his neck over and take a look and oh yeah, very nice. Something.
I mean, Nissa just walks over.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it essentially looks like a giant a maw. It looks like a thing with like it just gnarled. It's very
Disgusting.
hard. It's disgusting. Yeah, that's exactly it. Actually, hold on one second. I got something for you. And then just gonna do this real fast. Okay, cool. And then you recall Bofidis and Sachi, you recall that day as if it was just yesterday. Because it was.
It was.
This giant maw like void substance that seems to be consuming the earth underneath.
Yes.
The earth underneath it. That is the drawing that you see.
Right.
Okay.
It's lovely.
Lovely.
Sachi will wrap up her notebook and put it back in her bag, and then also grab the vial and take her seat again.
So originally the job was going to be for 1,000 gold pieces split amongst the four of you for finding the fate of these individuals. But I believe for something of this cause, which I haven't spoken with the government officials about, although I do believe I will before I depart. I think for this, it will be 10,000 gold split between the four of you.
Oh my, yes. Hefty some.
Bofidis will look at him and raise an eyebrow and say,
Can Bofidis receive this in copper?
I suppose he almost said he's not going to. He almost said, "Well, I suppose that's up to Sachi," but he's not going to say that. He says, "If that is what you request, I'm sure I can speak with the vaults and we can get that for you. I suppose you're going to want to purchase several horses and a carriage for it. It's going to be a lot of weight. Why do you want copper so much, Bofidis?"
Bofidis has always wanted to swim in a large pool of coin.
I knew he would fucking Scrooge McDuck.
He wags his finger a little bit and says, "I know of a king who once tried to swim in his vault of gold. And he shakes
Did he break
his
his
head,
neck?
shattered every bone in his body.
Yeah.
History check.
Hey, that being said, Bofidis is pretty tough. I think he could con against it. I think his DC would be good against gold.
Sogu also knows this story.
You've heard the story of King Leonid, who literally raised taxes on his people without say the reason why, just so he can pool all the gold together and swim in it, to be known as the richest king alive. And it wasn't then until he realized he tried to dive in, break all his bones, and then the people were in anarchy for a decade or so before they became a free republic. All because they tried to swim in a pool of gold. If that is your only reason, Bofidis, I would recommend against that. But it is your reward. We can break it apart as you see fit, my friend. Don't try and swim in it, is what I'm saying. It's also very dirty. The money is everywhere.
Bofidis is completely undeterred by all of this.
He nods, looking at your explained face, right? Like your face isn't changed at all, and he says, "You're a grown man. You do as you wish." At this point, he says, "I understand the contract has changed, but I feel like the payment would be just for that. Would the four of you be able to handle this? Currently,
10,000 between the four of us.
10,000. In
Yeah,
addition to the 1,000, so a total of 11,000 amongst the four of you.
That's more than enough for me. And looks around a little bit.
I believe it
Yeah,
seems
sounds fine to
sufficient.
me.
All right, splendid. I appreciate this, and thank you to you for taking this task. I don't know if you'd be able to stop what is coming, but we need to know what is happening so that we can plan accordingly. I will, before departing here, will speak with the Senate and see to keep them aware. I may even fly over to the city of Alabaster, of New Alabaster, let them know exactly what's happening as well of the problems. But I will need some evidence. And at this point, he looks at Sachi again. I know you are keen of keeping that, but might I borrow it for a time?
Sure.
Well,
Just, I mean, don't go running off with it, or I'll find you. Lear.
Oh, trust me, I wouldn't betray you like that. He hands over a claw. Now give me the vial.
She'll
Don't make the same mistake as the others.
whoa.
I thank you. I suppose we'll need to be in communication with each other in some way, yes?
Yeah, probably.
He sighs. And he nods. He holds up a hand which has a golden band around his ring finger. And he opens up his shirt, like the neck hole, like the sleeve of the shirt, and takes out a chain, a thin chain necklace with another golden band. He unhooks it and just says, "You gave me something important to you, so I shall bestow this in the hopes that you will return it. This is very important to me." And he hands the ring over to Sachi.
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a very old wedding band, specifically.
Does it have Elvish on it?
Does it have Elvish? No, it's.
I put it on. I turn invisible.
That will allow you once a day to send me a message, and I will be able to respond to you in kind. And he holds his hand up to reveal his band.
Gotcha. She'll put it on her finger.
That, not to get too personal, that belonged to my wife, long deceased now.
I don't buy it.
Oh, that's not awkward at all.
Out of character, I don't buy it.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'll make sure I take good care of it.
thank you. I have I have transport arranged for you that will take you to the Sidsworth mines outside the Kingdom of Munderland. If you wish to take that, it is a cart and a carriage, so you'll be able to ride over there more comfortably.
That is doing me a fine service, thank you. These old bones and long journeys just, not so good anymore. Now, that reminds me of this time I was traveling north, and I was going to see the crater of Atlas, but I actually got lost along the way and found myself back here.
Sogu, I apologize for
And then
interrupting.
what happened?
Perhaps you should share this story on the road right now.
A wonderful idea, thank you. And
Oh wait, Bofidis is still sitting in the chair.
Yes. Fighting it because of justice.
Yes.
I'll stand up and stretch my arms, and then I'll pat both of these on the shoulder. Justice has been served.
Bofidis will stand up immediately and straighten himself up and say,
Another deed performed by Bofidis!
Add it to the list, and Sachi will pull out her notebook and add it to her long list of good deeds both of these
Ooh,
has
a
done.
good boy list.
Good boy points.
"Good boy,
That's how he gets his
good boy,
candies.
point."
Yes. All right.
So yeah, at that point, Mephisto would nod to the four of you. It says, "Well, I wish you luck on your journey.
I give big smile.
Be safe, my friends. Shall we meet again very soon?"
We shall.
You're gonna pay me, old man.
Exactly.
All
Sasha
right.
will walk past Mephisto and lean in close and just be careful with that vial. I've seen what it can do.
He nods.
Don't open it unless you really have to.
He nods again.
Come along, old one. I'd love to hear more of your stories.
Yes, well, I can tell you about this one where the Fey guardian of this forest once spoke to me. It's a long one, but we have a long time.
All right. So you will spend about a day's travel on carriage with some horses and riders traveling you over to the Sidsworth mines. Outside these mines, the entryway, you see a couple of rails descending into the depths of what is to be a darkened cave. So I suppose the first thing I should ask, well, you'd see the light right away, so you probably wouldn't light torches unless you guys wanted to do that preemptively.
No, definitely not.
Oh yeah, dark vision people are just like, I don't need to. All right, give me a moment to.
Diddly-diddly.
We appear at the cave. Oh man, we really do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was expecting.
Who said that?
Second.
Fireball.
You know Fireball?
No.
Oh, hey, we've reached that level where really we don't know who does.
I mean,
or
I know
doesn't
things
know
I shouldn't
Fireball.
know.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get a couple of NPCs. Will be good. Oh. All right. You guys have entered after a day's travel. You have entered the. Oh yeah, who also knows dark vision? Let me make sure I have everyone that knows. Night. Yep, there it is.
I have no vision.
I got the vision.
Staff.
Here, you can. For now, Gmart, I'm gonna have you look through the eyes of. You know what, Gmart? You just watch the stream. There you go. Then you'll see what.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I figured out how to do dark vision. So this green pitch, that's actually your night vision.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be gray, but that's boring. So I made it green.
Green's way better.
Yeah. Night vision activated.
Also, I just want to say I cannot wait until I get to haste Sogu.
Oh yeah, haste is. Oh jeez.
You didn't even know what I do.
Exactly. I just want to see this old man run at 120 feet and then punch someone.
Just your
Fucking
bones
eyes
break.
go fucking solid over with a
It's
light.
gonna be sick.
All right. You enter the Sidsworth mines. By entryway in, you can already see where this is a place that the miners live and occupy themselves, with dining tables, a couple of houses where several foremen will sleep and do paperwork, and tents where everyone else will rest in, like bedrolls and the like. Your sight does not deceive you as you see a dwarf sort of supervising the area. Dwarves, as you know, are a rare sight to behold in the world of IO, because most of them, from what you understand, were wiped out because of the gnomes underground. Yeah, at this point, you're free to do whatever you wish.
Could you give us like a bullet point for everything we're here for, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Again?
Yeah.
So it's locate the miners, the missing miners.
Yeah, the fate of the missing miners. So there's the first bullet point would be the fate of the missing miners.
Okay.
Retrieval of an artifact found. So retrieving an artifact that's found, you'd have to speak with Ika is his name.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big bullet point is find the origin of the dead void mass, or the void maws, which is believed to be underground.
Just want to make sure we all have that. All right.
Yeah. I will also put it in your chat room. Oh, you already got it. Jeez.
Yeah, I did.
God, look at you. All right.
Epic.
Yeah, I was looking in. Post right there. So you walk in.
Will approach, put his hand up, and signal the dwarf.
I was lagging a little.
And unless, well, I don't know. So in Dwarvish, he will say hello. I presume you are. What was it? Ika.
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 He raises.
He'll say, yeah.
Ika
Hey.
Bokam.
Ika Bokum.
He raises a brow a little bit. He says hello right back in Dwarvish, and then begins to speak common. Do you know the Dwarven tongue?
Yes, I am quite familiar. I've heard many great tales from your kin. Take a bow.
Well, it's very rare to meet an outsider that knows Dwarvish. Pleasure to meet you, all of you. What business do you have here in the Sidsworth Mines?
I am Sogu, and he turns around and spins his hand out to introduce the rest of the party. We are here on business with Mr. Mephisto.
Oh, you're with Mephisto?
Yes, we are here to investigate missing miners, recover an artifact of yours, and there's more, something about a corruption I don't understand.
He walks in while you're talking, and at that point, and like almost immediately, walks back out, holding what appears to be this sort of obsidian urn, and he hands it to you.
Ooh.
I'm
very interested in this. You see his eyes light up and his eyebrows go wide.
We're not really sure what this is. We discovered it while mining over here. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. Bofidis will step forward and say,
"Where are your parents?"
And then he'll immediately remember it.
Sogu will take the urn if he's like holding it up, offering.
Yeah.
Take a look at it.
It's heavy. Oh, it's heavy.
Ooh, okay. It sags down to like below his hips, and he's like barely holding it up and looking at it. But
Do I
like a
recognize what it
something
is?
to see what it is?
You can go ahead and make a Arcana check if you'd like.
Dang it. Oh wait, I'm still amazing at that. Oh my god. Woo!
Woo.
Okay, so here's the scary part. Sachi with a 17. You have never seen this before in your life, nor can you recognize what exactly it is. A 21, however, identifies this as a specifically an urn of imprisonment.
Oh, okay.
Used to seal specifically genies.
Interesting. You found this buried here?
That's right.
Have you had anyone take a look at it yet? I am afraid that this is actually something of power.
We're not really certain what it is. We don't have arcanists or historians aboard here in the mines.
Of course, I didn't mean to presume.
We simply
hard worker.
Yeah, no, he would just say we simply extract the
the ore, the rocks, and the cathite. And then any artifacts like this, we take to those that are interested.
Okay.
Mine's haunted. Cock's gun.
Mine's haunted.
Mine's haunted.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, this actually is an urn of imprisonment. Somebody is trying to keep something inside of it. Yes. Ooh. But I would be careful. Everyone back up and let me set it down. It's quite heavy. And
He
sets it on
backs
the
up a
ground.
little bit. It's just like, what do you mean
Couple
imprisonment?
steps back.
Oops, too heavy. And just fucking smash.
Oopsie doopsie.
Plus vase equals, oh my god.
Yeah, he was already struggling to hold it, but as he picked it up and figured out what it was, he like slowly lets it down and crooks his back and sets it on the ground. And then, if nobody does anything else, he's gonna sit down cross-legged in front of it and start casting
Yeah, not just gonna
Identify.
like, she's gonna like kneel down, kind of take a drawing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mage stuff.
Icky yucky. Yeah, let me go ahead.
She'll look up at the dwarf and say, "So, where exactly did you find this?
If we were extracting some rock deep within the mines. And
Was it in any kind of ruins? Was it just in between a rock? Like, was there anything else around?"
It was within what I would expect some caved in rock and dirt and unsettled earth.
Because you have to understand, somebody had to have put it there.
Yeah, how old do you think it is?
If it was left somewhere, then I don't know. There should have been in like a house, ruins, something.
He shakes his head.
Who found it exactly? I'd like
Nothing
to talk
like
to them.
this.
Oh, Jesus. He sighs
And says that would be Jeeves over there, but I don't think you're going to get much from him.
pointing to this man.
He's one of the.
He whispers,
He's one of the prisoners.
Ah, okay.
I mean, you could try to speak with him if you'd wish.
No, I'd rather not.
Good call, lass. Good call.
How far?
Both of these shall
How far
speak
is
to
the
him.
location where this was found?
It was probably by where the excavator engineer was, or where the excavator engineer is,
Okay, okay.
or deeper within the caves if you wish to investigate it further.
Absolutely, we will later.
he nods.
So while my friend here is identifying this, I heard that you have some missing miners.
Oh, I'm uncertain of the details. All I know is the miners over in Block G have not reported in for several days now. Or it has reported in for a week now.
A week.
Yes. After a certain time.
Do you have any maps of the mine?
Yes.
He would go ahead and hand you a map of the mine of areas that have been explored within the mines and areas that have yet to be explored / excavated.
And where is Plot G?
He would point at what would be essentially the end of the mines, just before an area that literally says danger, stay out.
My favorite.
Yeah.
She takes the map and goes over to someplace where she can write.
Okay. Good question. Good question. Sogu, so what are you doing to try and investigate this urn exactly?
I'm casting Identify.
I see. So, as you cast the Identify spell,
Ritually.
you'll after the 10-minute ritual.
Ritually, of course.
What is anyone else
brow.
doing anything for the 10 minutes? Sachi?
Well, I'm just taking a sketch of it. That's all.
Both of these?
Can both of these try and talk to the guy who found the thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
His name
Ask
is
Jeeves.
Yeah. Jeez.
Jesus,
That
no.
laugh. That
No.
laugh.
Yeah.
No,
No, I
the
got
other
it.
miner's named
Oh,
Bing
no.
Google. Hey, Yahoo, get over here.
Ah,
Just
yeah,
bring it.
Yeah, just grab Lycos too,
Yeah.
and Alta Vista.
You want to speak to my brother Yahoo?
Duck, duck, go. Where are you?
Do you motion Jeeves over?
This guy.
Yeah.
Are you the one they call Jeeves?
This guard will turn over and say, "Answer, prisoner." Yeah, what is it? What is it to you?
Worry not. Boffides simply has some questions for you.
All right, well, make it quick. I'm behind on my digging.
Where did you find this? Or it's like a cup. It's a cup, right? Or
It's like it's an obsidian urn, so it actually looks like it's like rocky and metal.
Right. Where did you find that obsidian urn?
Oh, jeez. I don't know, dude. I was digging over in, like, Block D, and then I found it, and I was like, hey, being a nice, generous guy, said, hey, I found this. What's it gonna get me? And then, Mr. Happy Face over there, and he, like, motions over to the guard, said nothing. You're a prisoner. You're scum. And then he took the jar. And there it is, apparently. But I think I should get some time served or something.
Did you find anything else?
Rocks? I mean, I don't know. What do you mean?
Anything else of importance besides rocks?
I'm afraid not. That urn was the most interesting thing I found so far. Digging in the rocks and earth.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, probably not.
He seems to be truthful in
know
quotation marks.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth on myself.
Man.
That 15-foot radius.
Yes.
You got it.
Everybody in a 15-foot radius, that includes all of you,
damn it.
have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep, that's everybody. That's everybody.
Oh no, I can't.
I pooped my pants again.
I forgot where to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Everyone make a wisdom save. 1d. Okay, what's the DC?
Higher than that. 14.
Much higher.
Oh, yeah. Whoops passes.
Okay, so Jeeves got a 21.
You rolled. Why would you roll for him second? He's the one I'm casting it on.
I rolled it in
I rolled him second. Yeah.
Octo, come on now. I rolled counterclockwise, so I rolled Dwarf, Jeeves, and Guard. So Guard and Jeeves got it, and he's over there. Hey, I want you to win too, buddy.
And then
I punch him to the head.
roll
it again.
Give him a noogie.
Yeah, roll it again.
Let's see. Where can I go with this? Well, I incited and it looked like he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
And
what's going on over here?
So, okay. Oh well, it doesn't move. That zone of truth actually doesn't move with me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's just there now.
Yeah, for how long?
Good question. 10 minutes.
Nice.
Also, we can all tell you tried to do that.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all aware.
And I can't. It's not concentration, so I can't turn it off. It's just if you're standing in that radius and you failed, you have to tell the truth.
What the heck was that? Did you fail, Zerina?
But
I did.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Boffides was trying to extract information in a humane manner.
I've experienced worse, and he shrugs a little bit. Look, I told you, there's nothing else.
Okay. All right. He told the truth, I guess.
Yeah.
Boffides, you're going to be the sole reason why this party gets killed. Oh!
That has to be the truth.
Boffides will be the sole reason that we live!
Nissa looks a little
Live!
shocked.
You'll all be the sole reason I can't finish this casting.
You see, hold on one second. Get it over here. You
you see... Yeah, you see Ika just kind of like motion a thumb over to both of these and go, "Hey, I like this guy." And he failed the roll, so he's... Well, no, yeah, the dwarf failed the roll, and he likes the cut of your jib. Right. And that's the truth.
Bed him.
Bed him. So at this point, after Identify is cast on the urn, you see that not only does the spell what level, this is ritual, the spell doesn't go off and absorbs itself within the urn.
What?
The urn now begins to shake.
What's happening over there?
I was just trying to identify this. I've done this many times before. I'm not sure what's happening here, but I will certainly take note.
Is it supposed to be doing that? Yeah, is it supposed to be doing that?
Probably not.
I'm gonna quickly pick up a pebble, cast light on it, and like hold it over the urn and like get in close and make sure.
Both of these will start shaking too.
As you hold the light pebble close to the urn, the light snuffs out of the pebble and goes into the urn. The urn is now shaking even more violently.
What is going?
Drops the rock and stands back up and puts his hands on his hips. I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
Is it reacting to the light? And she'll tap her staff and hold her lit up staff over the urn.
Nissa draws her bow.
As you hold the light of your staff closer to the urn, your light on your staff snuffs out for a minute, and you can't activate it as it goes once again into the urn. At this point in time, the urn shatters, like all over, as this like purplish, greenish, brownish like smoke appears out. And
I'm gonna cover my nose and step back.
And
Sogu doesn't move.
A very young girl appears from the cloud.
Fascinating. Hello, are you sentient?
No. Brett won't give me vision permissions.
Oh yeah, let me actually one moment, please.
Sachi will like take a step forward and inspect whatever just came out of this urn.
Minor! We must find her parents!
Can you...
Wrong minor, both of these.
Can you see now, Gmart?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
See if I can control. Yeah, I can control.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
She's immediately gonna stumble back from the group a little bit and then run up to Bofidis and grab him around the waist and hug him and say, "Dad, I knew you would come back."
What?
And then she's gonna take a step back. And then she's gonna take a step back and she's gonna look up at Bofidis and just go, and her face just turns from a smile to a frown, and she's gonna go, "You're not my dad."
It is impossible for both of these to have children for a number of reasons.
Oh no, that was lore I was not expecting. Oh no.
Just gotta write this down. Bofidis is impotent.
Oh no, there won't be little Bofidis running around. No.
What exactly?
Can we get a description of this girl?
She is a young girl who looks to be younger than teens. She's got tan skin, short brown hair, and amber eyes. And she's wearing this nice, like, almost like a regal blue gown. She's got some jewelry, and she looks quite frightened.
And she is scared. She is a young girl.
Nissa comes up to the girl, and I don't know how tall she is in comparison, but Nissa's like
think
probably a
taller
solid
than you.
2'6".
Okay, taller, yeah.
Hello, are you alright?
I don't know. Where are we?
You're currently in a cave. Do you know how you got here?
Here's a
Well-
picture of her, by the way.
Ooh.
You know, just
Oh
like,
yeah, and she's got cracks all over her skin. That's an important detail.
that's
I
a
see.
detail.
I guess
should have
that's
pointed out.
important. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Why didn't I get a close up?
I'm doing it now.
Give
I
him a
just
close-up.
uploaded
I want a
it.
close-up
no,
on
not the
Lawman.
old man close-up, please.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Oh, better from the head up.
Hey there. It's good to see you.
So old.
I'm very, very old.
Very old. But yeah, I'll continue. Sorry.
No, I just can't get over the old man.
Hey, hello.
Just disgusting.
Do you know how you got here?
Well, I was with my friend Terry.
Um,
Terry, where are you?
The moment you say that, you hear this voice boom and emerge around you as if it's echoing in the caves from all over.
I am risen. I have returned. Mortals, fear me.
And,
How are you doing that? Both of these two would like to be this loud.
and you see this giant sort of like earth a figure of earth emerge out.
Because I am all powerful, you pathetic little mortal. You have freed me in my almighty power. Stand before me and bow.
Terry, you're hurting my ears.
What was that?
You're hurting my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to hurt
It's
your
okay.
ears. Should I
Are you done?
continue?
Are you done?
I'm gonna go start flipping through my big book.
Silence, mortal! I am not done with you! Now kneel.
Okay, then go on.
You kneel. Right. She's not kneeling, little girl. What do I do when she's not kneeling?
I'm gonna be honest, I can barely understand what you're saying.
What do I do when she's not kneeling?
You could ask her nicely. Have you tried saying please?
Can you please kneel before me?
No. She looks up at him.
I don't think I know a kneel.
Sogu starts writing in his book.
They're not kneeling, little girl. What do I do? I should probably return to the but little girl, where's the lamp?
She kind of looks around and are there like chunks of the urn like all over the place?
Oh yeah, it's like
They,
shattered
like,
all.
explode.
It's shattered all over the place.
I think it's here, and a little bit over here,
That's not good.
some over there.
We need a place to rest. I don't like being out like this.
That's a good point.
Can we find a
She's
place?
gonna kneel down and start picking up the pieces of the urn, and scooping them into her hand.
This is kind of given whatever this is the once over.
Yes, and what's your name, big one?
He's pointing to the big man talking.
I want to ask for my name.
Yes, I just would like to.
am Terra Salon, Great Earth Genie. Tremble in my power. But really, we need to find a lamp, really. I don't like being out of it for too long.
I'm working on it, and she's continuing to pick up all the pieces. I can fix it.
Well, there's like a barrel, perhaps like a crate
You there,
over here.
dwarf!
I'm gonna cast Mending and put 2 of the pieces together.
Little girl, you're doing very well. Thank you very much for putting that together right now.
Bofidis holds up like a bag and he says,
Bofidis has a bag you can live in.
Yeah, I've got a map. I've got a scroll case. She hands it to the genie.
I mean, little girl, that would work for now, as a temporary thing until we, like, I don't know, go to, like, a bazaar or something?
If you say so.
I have a flask of oil. Wait, I actually have a lamp. not even kidding.
Not even fucking joking.
You there, ancient man! Give me the lamp, so that I may get some
Terry?
sleep. Oh,
Could we please have that lamp?
old man, may I please have the lamp?
Yes, I have no further use of it. Here it is. It's actually empty.
Excellent! Then I shall get some sleep. I'm gonna go ahead and rest in there. Little girl, when you're tired, just retreat over to the lamp the old man had. I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be. Are you going to be out here for much longer, little girl?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be out here a while.
All right. Well, be careful, little girl.
I will.
All right.
I love you.
We not do this in front of everybody, right?
Say it back.
Bofidis leans in smiling.
I love you too. The
See,
rest
that
of you
wasn't so
did not
hard.
hear that. You did not hear me say that. I'm
Sogu has written it down very
Zone of
boldly.
truth is still on. I heard it.
He just retreats to the lamp immediately. All right, don't talk too fast.
Don't talk too fast.
That's okay.
Hey, I'd like to
That's
talk
okay.
to Terry again. Can you switch to the voice thing again?
Yes, hello, little girl. What do you need?
No, I'm done with it. Yeah, you can go back.
Okay, goodbye.
All right. So yeah, that you just witnessed all of that. At that point, you see Ika the dwarf just kind of like raise his eyebrow a little bit.
Excuse me, was that the evil that was sealed in the urn?
Yes, we found it.
Mission accomplished.
I don't even believe I've heard something evil say please before.
Well, neither have I, actually. Weird. Interesting. What? And who is this?
And he points over to the girl.
My name's Petra, and I don't really know where we are.
Well, Petra, would you like to eventually leave this place?
Yeah, that would be great. I haven't really gone many places in a long time.
Well, I think, and my compatriots may or may not agree, but you may be safe with us.
Oh, absolutely. I'll keep everyone safe. And he
he finishes writing in his book. You can see he got like a decent chunk of this page written down.
Story.
And then he closes it shut and he puts it away. And he's just like,
Yes, that was something indeed.
Petra, are you a great evil?
And she kind of looks at herself. I don't think so. And don't worry about Terry. He's not too bad once you get to know him.
What is he to you, a friend?
It's kind of like my dad.
Oh,
He's your dad?
Well, not my actual dad, but he has been raising me.
and does he keep you safe?
Oh yeah, I was plenty safe for a long time.
Why were you in the urn, little girl?
I don't really remember. I mean, the last thing I remember was rubbing that urn, but...
Yes.
The dwarf's like nodding like he completely understands everything that's going on.
Can I?
Do you commonly go around rubbing mysterious urns, little girl?
No. It wasn't like that, but... And you see tears kind of begin to like well in her eyes as she's overwhelmed.
Oh, jeez.
And he just at the dwarf like doesn't want to look at that, so he's just like,
I'm gonna go over here and do something. I'll be right back.
Could I roll like a history check to maybe tell if she is from? My inkling is telling me like ancient empire, and I want to know if like maybe I know anything about history.
Yeah, feel free to roll a history check.
See like her clothing,
right?
Her.
You know what? This might be a good time to phone into Mr. Mephisto. Maybe he knows something.
Hey, we found a lost child. Is this the miner you were looking for?
I'm gonna say, hey, pause 1 second. Wait, how does this ring work? Can I send one message or can I like have a
message
conversation
a
with
day?
I assume it is the ring of sending or whatever, yeah. So like once per rest or whatever.
Yeah.
So I can just send him a 25 word. All right.
And then he can then he can respond.
Let me type something out real fast. 1 sec.
Yeah. You're counting the words.
Yeah, we all have to.
And you can do that once a day. Give me 1 second. What's the best way to describe this? Her clothing, along with the urn, symbolizes an ancient artifacts and items from the Lux Desert region, which is not a part of this continent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Octo, you're a character that you used to play, Luxodon, is actually part of that region.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I remember that guy.
I hoped you would.
What did we identify Terry as? Did anybody say he was a genie?
He said himself he was an earth genie. A great genie of the earth.
Neat.
Cool. What is everyone else doing while Sachi is recording a message?
I'm done writing my book, and I'm done giving the up and down like this. Well, that definitely isn't from this continent. How did you get here, little one?
I don't really know. I've been inside of that urn for a long time.
All right, my message is ready. I'll pull out the ring and step aside over here.
Yeah, let me know what message you end up sending.
All right. I'll just post it in our chat, but also read it out loud.
That sounds perfect.
Made it to camp. Found artifact urn. It shattered once exposed to light. Young girl was trapped inside with Earth Genie. Do you know anything?
Over.
I don't think he.
Enter.
Yeah.
Send message.
Yeah.
Send DM.
Several people are typing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
send tweet.
Found artifact. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Let me count the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. All right. You would receive a message back that says nothing known. Find out if girl is linked with genie. Be careful. Genies can be tricky. Don't worry about artifact. Good luck.
I'll write that down and I'll just tell everybody exactly what he just said.
Interesting. We should probably find them somewhere safe to be.
Well, we can't simply send her back on her own.
That would be irresponsible.
What is your name?
Petra?
Petra. Would you like to, wait here? We have some business to conclude.
Please.
Oh,
I can come with.
are you sure?
I can handle myself.
What we're doing could be dangerous.
That's okay.
Nissa gives the old elf a side eye and says, "Don't underestimate the short ones. I have full faith that she can handle herself."
Of course, I didn't mean to presume. I just, and once we're done here, we'll bring you back to Mr. Mephisto, and he'll know what to do, yes.
This sounds like one of my stories.
Stories?
She pulls out a little fucking picture book that she has, and it's got like knights and dragons and adventures and that kind of thing in it.
I walk right up to that shit and start looking. Is it all like, I don't know, is it any stories that I would know from this current era?
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
They would only be old stories. They wouldn't be like modern stories.
Right. I mean, including that though, would they be very specific stories or
I think they're just
your
broad
background
stories.
or like children's stories?
I think they're literally like children's stories. Like
Okay.
the knight went to the cave and killed the dragon and found the gold, and it's like, whoa, adventure.
I would assume that Sogu would recognize at least the morals behind, or how stories can be told differently across continents.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the deal he's getting, where it's like, oh, I recognize the themes of that one, and oh, that's just like our story here. Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Go ahead. Let's slay the dragon.
Go ahead and make a history check
Okay.
as you look over the stories.
Damn, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you don't discern any historical information from that.
Can I
See? And she points at the picture of the knight, and then she points at both of these, and she goes, "He's the knight."
Oh. Yeah, go for it. Sachi, these are common stories that were told to children over 100 years ago.
I'm gonna lean in really close to the girl and I'll go,
Oh, jeez.
She starts crying immediately.
Don't worry. Could you tell me what the date is today?
I don't know.
I don't know. No, I know. Hold on.
God doesn't even know. How would I know?
No, I have this documented. Oh, jeez. How can I? Okay.
Was there something big that every living being knew about that happened 100 years ago?
Not really. Man, I actually have the date logged.
I could let you know.
I was there.
Not even kidding.
Actually, that's true. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Sorry, I can give you literally an exact date. I just have to get to an article I literally wrote on World Anvil. There it is. Okay, so you would say that it is 347 MR. MR stands for mortal rule. Yeah, so you would so as far as you know, Petra, it's 337 MR.
Now, I'm gonna send you a message quick.
Yeah. Please. One second. I'm gonna give it up to. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have Petra know if she knows the date or not.
I don't.
I'm 6.
Well,
I'm 4.
That's pretty much what it feels like. So yeah, Petra would not know the date.
But Terry would. Could I talk to your Earth Genie friend?
Okay, but he's a little bit grouchy.
It's okay, I am too.
I'm gonna whisper into the lamp. Terry, can you come out here, please?
Little girl, I'm sleeping right now.
I know, it's just they have like a question for you.
Oh, all right.
At that point, with a puff of smoke, you see a transparent illusion of Terra Salam emerge out.
Yes, mortal, what is it? Be quick with your question. Terra Salam is very tired.
Just wanted to ask you before you take your nap there, big guy. Do you know what year it is?
He looks down at Petra and then looks up to you.
No?
Wow.
Sorry.
You can.
I'm impressed in the opposite way I thought I would be.
You
Interesting.
You can absolutely roll an insight if you want.
Oh, I'll roll one.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know shit.
Can I roll one too?
Yeah, if you have any doubts.
Can I roll one?
No confidence.
Yeah. Everyone who wants to roll insight can roll insight. Oh no.
You know your genie.
Oh. I don't know him at all.
She's gonna kind of crane her head up to look right up at
Wait a second.
as he's talking.
Yeah. Is the Zone of Truth still up?
Oh shit.
Let's go ahead and roll. Oh boy. Okay, let's see.
Oh shit.
Jumps back into the lamp.
Give me a second. Let me see real quick. What save am I making? Wisdom?
Wisdom, correct.
All right. Here we go. Does a 15 make
Just
it?
passed.
Yes, passed it. Okay. Petra, you know that he's fibbing. More so, you can tell he's fibbing to protect your precious brain.
Terry, what aren't you telling me?
It probably wouldn't be good to know, little girl.
Okay, earmuffs?
Oh yes, that's good. Earmuffs. Cover your ears.
Okay.
There
He covers
you go.
her ears.
There you go. Be walk back a little, and he can't.
He motions his hands back.
All right, good. All right, so apparently we've been in there for like over 100 years, but I don't think she knows that.
Yeah, we gathered that.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Did you
I was
just
in
need
my
a,
prime adventuring days.
did you just need a verification from me? Is that why you're asking?
What is this? Like you need an
Side comment
ID?
from Sogu. Sachi like looks over like, what the fuck?
If he looks back, you can see now. He is fucking old.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's old.
He just gives you a smile.
All right. Well.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how to inform her of this. Hey, have you had kids before?
No.
Right. So
No.
So you don't know. What about you, old as dirt?
Pointing at Sogu.
No, not myself, no.
You?
Points. Just points at everyone.
Anyone here have kids?
No. Well, we are in a room full of minors.
Holy fuck.
I hate this.
We thought spelunking was gonna be a problem. Turns out minors was gonna be a problem.
He points
You
to
don't
Nisa.
need to have children to have empathy.
Holy shit. That was so good, Octo.
Empathy?
All right.
Yes.
Well, hey, big guy. I don't know how to tell you this, but what are your plans? You know,
Terra Salam. Call me by
what?
my name, Terra Salam.
Terra Salam.
Close enough.
Terry.
You can never call me Terry.
What if I say it very nicely?
Only the little girl can call me Terry.
Okay,
Very
Terry.
fond of the name.
He looks at you with this sour expression and then looks back to Sachi.
I am currently in servitude to my master.
So, all you're gonna do is just protect her, right?
Yes, the best of my ability. As I was tasked to do when she
Right.
made the wish.
So, we were sent here to find you, but we didn't know what you were.
Okay.
We can assist you in protecting her, but it might get a little dangerous.
She's capable. I taught her everything that I know.
You taught her how to be in a chamber pot for 100 years.
All right.
You've got 4 adventurers here willing to go along with whatever story you want to go with to protect her. So I would suggest that you stick with us.
Petra! Honey! Hands up now.
What? Oh.
Go ahead
What's going on?
Go ahead and show them what I taught you.
And he points over to like a stalagmite that's like up on the ceiling.
Are you sure?
Little back.
Yes, it's fine. They don't seem to think that
Okay.
I'm all powerful and thus you're all powerful.
And she's gonna aim her hand at the stalactite.
Stalactite.
Hit him with the Eldritch Splash. Stalactite might, you know.
Yeah, whatever. As you see this, you just see this giant eldritch blast like shoot out of her hand. Go ahead and roll the damage. It's 5 force damage. Hits
Pitiful.
the side. And you just see the rock crash over on this table over here. Bye,
Impressive.
See, I
You
told
should be more careful.
She's gonna give a little curtsy.
Interesting.
It like fell and like broke the table, right? Or just fell on top
it
of
like
the
slammed the table.
I'm gonna go over, or Sogu's gonna go over to the dwarf and hand him like 5 gold.
I'm so sorry about that. It's a hazardous area you live in, but we definitely provoked some things. Looks over to the girl. Take this. Sorry about the genie situation.
Iko will nod at this point, overwhelmed by everything that's happening, and puts the gold in his pocket.
Little girl, may I return to the lamp?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
All right, thank you, little girl. You be careful now. If you need me, just let me know. And you all, just look after her.
And then he vanishes
love
back
you.
in the lamp.
Oh, don't make me say it again.
He means he'll say it back.
I love you too, little girl.
Right.
Well,
Looking down at the lamp, I showed you my genie answer me.
Well, Petra,
Yeah.
inside an urn or not, you are our charge and you are our treasure. But you have an option. You can come with us, or you can remain here.
I'll come with.
The dwarf will wipe sweat from his brow and say, "Good. I didn't want to look after some kid." And then forget he's still in the zone of truth and then shakes his head.
Ooh.
well, I think we should start moving out towards Block G, huh?
I
Yeah.
have,
Block
opened up
D.
the-
Well, Block D was where the urn was, and Block G is where the miners have gone missing. Ika will also nod and say, "If you'd like to go ahead and meet with the foreman, he'll be over at Block C. It's along the way." Oh, and he points over to the map that sorry, I'm still trying to remember your name, Zerina. Nisa. He'll point over to the map that Nisa has and mention that as you walk along the mines, as you get to Block C where the foreman is, if you want to talk to him, you would head over here to the west. Going here to the south is an area we haven't explored yet because there seems to be some a minor bullet problem over there to the south, so we haven't been able to excavate that area appropriately. If while you're here, you'd like to go ahead and take care of some of the dangers, since you're able adventurers, we will.
Dangers?
We'll pay,
What dangers?
We'll pay you for your time. The bullet problem over here, and he points over back to the map again.
Sachi like shudders at the sound of bullet.
Oh, interesting.
A bullet? What's that?
It's a small.
It's what you
bullet
shoot out of a gun.
What's a gun?
Incorrect, Bofidis.
If you do wish to take care of certain tasks, the mines will pay you handsomely and in kind. We'll even be able to provide you with Kathite plates if you so desire.
Oh, interesting.
Would I know what a bullet is?
Go ahead and roll a survival check. No.
I live here.
I live underground. Woo! But he does explain it as a small bullet problem. I'm sure there's other people in the mine that'll be capable of giving you some tasks and work to do if you wish. We'll pay you for your time.
Well, if we're heading into danger, would anyone mind taking an hour here with me to perform a bit of a ritual?
What kind of ritual?
It's one involving this, and he pulls out the gilded human skull.
Whoa!
Petra's gonna shriek.
But he's got like this big happy smile on his face. He's not like sinister at
I
all.
actually wanted to ask you about that. What is
Yes?
that for?
Well, let me tell you, this is the skull of an ancient hero. Yes, he actually saved his entire village. A very interesting story.
Petra's gonna
and
hide
I'll tell you all
behind
about
both
it
of these.
during the ritual.
Huh.
All we must do is recount his deeds, and, well, it will help us in the danger to come.
We're not young one. He is harmless.
All right.
For now.
I'm curious to see this.
For
Very
now.
well.
I'm getting sick of Lawman characters with heads. I'll say it. This man's fucking Yoshikage gear.
All I need is, let's see, three people. Creatures, people.
Lives,
wording.
souls.
3 souls for the fairness.
You don't need all your blood, do you?
You can spare a few bones.
No. He's still like very genuinely like happy and excited to be here, and he's just like, yes, I don't need everybody, but if 3 of you could join me here, and he pats the ground and sits down, sets the skull in the middle. And he
Sounds
tells you,
fun.
Take a sit.
take the book out and open it up. You can see again. He flipped it to the middle of the book, but the pages are empty. And if one other person joins him, looks around.
No chance.
The dwarf
No shot.
dramatically shakes his head.
Both of these will walk over.
Good. Well, we can begin. And so he goes into an hour-long story, which I could actually tell you the story, but, well, okay. It's up to Brett.
Look, let me know, because I could get a glass of water or I could not.
Maybe another time.
Yeah. He does
long
this.
story.
He has to do this ritual frequently. So
Is he gonna tell the same story over and over for every time once he casts this? All right, gather round. Let me tell you the story. Like, oh god, here we go.
He can change up the ritual whenever he wants. But
okay,
this one, yes. So he could tell this story. For the sake of brevity, he tells you about the skull is the skull of Petra the Brave, who defeated a chimera to save his village. And the chimera's name was Skepna, and it was this huge chimera that was threatening all the villages across the land. And Petra the Brave, through some heroic deeds, slayed the beast and saved everyone. That's the super short version. And now that that's done, bing! I get a little bonus.
Wait, you just it was just what's the bonus that you got for the hour ritual?
He gets the bonus.
Well, I showed you that thing. Do you want me to?
Oh no, share it with everybody. Share it with everybody.
Okay. So what we just did was a spirit session ritual, which can be done during a short or long rest. So this was technically a short rest if anyone wants to take it. And the spell I can choose any spell of a level equal to the number of creatures that conducted the ritual or less, and the spell must be of a level you can cast. It must be in the school of divination or necromancy, and you can probably assume using this skull that he just learned a necromantic spell.
So you just learned a spell?
Basically, yeah. It's from a. I learned a spell that bards usually can't learn.
Ah, okay.
And obviously, I'm a bard because I have a lute. I mean, you could put that together.
I'm a bard.
I'm a bard.
Cool. All right. The spell has been learned. At that point, what are you all planning on doing?
Finishes telling the story. Big detail. As he starts telling the story, the words he says and speaks actually appear on the page as he's saying them, and scrolls across on the page and just kind of fills up the blank pages. And then every once in a while, when some big event happens, like him slaying the chimera, putting a sword into it, a small, kind of crudely drawn image appears on the other page, and visuals accompany the story. So like as he's telling it, you're seeing it and reading it, and it's a better storytelling experience than you experienced the whole time he was at the bar, because he got to, or at the tavern, because he got to sit down and use his book.
Because you got subtitles.
Petra would wander off during his hour-long story.
Oh lord, you guys have to babysit.
No, we don't.
Yeah, true.
She would wander over to this person and be like, "What you doing?
Mining.
Is it fun?"
Not really. What?
Oh.
And she turns around, realizing who's asking the question. What are you doing, little girl?
I don't know. Looking around.
Where's your daddy? Oh,
In
your
here?
mommy.
And she's gonna gesture to the lamp.
Uh-huh. And at that point, she's like gonna walk over, and just during the ritual, you're gonna hear screams. Not like a yell from over in this corner. Whose little girl is this?
And so anyways, the Chimera was approaching, right?
Bye, Io.
And he's just gonna rush over. Oh boy, not even ready for this responsibility. Yeah, so at the end you would gain the spell. And you would
Closes the book, boom, and puts on his hip. Right. Are we all ready?
Ready to go.
One last thing.
Yes.
This is gonna take one moment and use primal awareness to sense within 6 miles if there are any, let's go, aberrations.
just so you know, the world of Io does not have any aberrations currently, so you can change that if you'd like.
Let's go elementals.
Yes, you do feel the presence of elementals. Is there what exactly are you supposed to, like, can you sense like where exactly they are, how strong they are, or just do they exist within 6 miles?
It doesn't reveal their location or number. It's just that within 6 miles
there are
there
elementals. Yes, there are.
Nay.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have some work ahead of us.
That's what I used this for, and puts the skull back on his hip.
Has anyone encountered any elementals before?
Oh, yes, a few, actually. Like I was saying in the tavern the other night, there was this one tiny fire element.
Are you gonna take this little girl with you?
Who?
So, is mining like, how long do you mine for?
I wake up, I eat breakfast, I mine.
She's kind of just
dinner.
sitting there. She's sitting on this stick pile, just like kicking her legs.
I ate dinner and then I go to sleep.
But
That sounds like what I do, except for without the mining.
Both of these
will think about the question and say,
When Bophides was young, he attended elemental school.
What? God damn it.
She's just shaking her head with her hands on her hips, dude. She's so done.
Petra!
Oh, sorry, I gotta go.
Have a
I'm gonna
good
hop
day,
off this
little
thing.
girl.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Come now,
Sorry.
we were supposed to not lose you. We almost failed that. Ooh, let's go.
And with that, you will begin to embark through the Sidsworth mines to experience great adventure and even greater danger. You'll find out what you explore and what you discover.
Spelunking!
And
Spelunking.
on the next session of Under Io. Did you all have a good first session?
I'm old.
Yes.
Yeah, points gun. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Good.
I'm old.
What?
If you actually do want to commission a new piece from Seabear, I think, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Sachi's new look, I can let you know and also pay for it.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
My idea.
Yeah, I'll see if I'll have to see if he's available, because I know he's been very busy and he's been working on all the logo art for all the games that we've been running. But yeah, it'd be cool if he's available for doing character art. I'll speak to him to see if he can do some modifications, and we'll talk more about that there. So
let me know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. Next session will be you guys going into the mines. It'll be a little open-ended to the point where, like, you guys can go straight through to your objective, or you can do like a bunch of side stuff along the way. There's plenty of side quests that'll be happening in the mine, including combat and fights and all sorts of really neat
What?
stuff.
Some sort of combat?
Today
I like
with
combat.
turns?
Yeah. Today was RP, and then next session will probably be some sort of combat if you guys decide to do all the the side stuff that's going on with the mines.
I'm old.
Also, I don't break my bones. Just a mental note for you guys later. Cathite plates or cathite ore was brought up. Those are a material that you can use to modify your weapons and armor for anyone that is
Catherite.
or
Kathos, she bleeds.
Kathos bleeds.
She bleeds.
Champion.
Champion. Get the Kathos right.
Kathos. That's why it's just
Bring your heart of Kathos to the chamber.
No. No heart of Kathos, but Cathite does allow you to modify weapons and armor to make it more sturdy or more damaging.
Sick.
So, and you'll learn more about that next session, next week. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I really
Thank you, Mr.
appreciate
Brett.
it all. Yeah.
Mr. Brett.
Brett.
Hell yeah.
I'll see you all next week, okay?
Later.
Yeah.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Did you guys have fun? Was that a good first session for you all? Did you all enjoy yourself in the first Under IO campaign? When's the next one? The next one's going to be next Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. EST. It's going to be a fun party. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow, I'm going to be off because I will be doing an offline session with the Goblins of Io crew, which will then be posted up on Patreon first if you are a $5 or a level 5 sponsor. So you guys actually get to see session 0. And then if you are not, that's okay. It'll be up on YouTube at a later date. So you guys actually see what happens with the session 0s now. Very exciting stuff. And then this Thursday is the return of the Arcane Academy, which will be at 7 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. PST. And then following that is the Misdemeanor on Saturday. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm actually gonna see if I can do D&D back to back. Fingers crossed. I actually created a lot of content for today's session, so I'm glad we didn't get through all of it. We literally just begun the beginning of it. This was literally just the beginning of it. So yeah. But next week I'll be literally doing a lot of campaigns, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Yeah, that's it. Let me give a shout out first of all to our top tier patrons. Links are Amaj, Julia Shark, as well as the Hug Hunter for being our top tier patrons. Thank you so much. This is a really good first session. Nice job. Thank you so much, Neff. I'm really glad. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. Let me also drop some thanks to our subscribers. We got 8 subs today, 2 from 10. Thank you so much. Furious Furioso, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 24 months. Ice Battler with a tier 1 sub for 12 months. Hobie, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Up and Champ for their 19th month. Oh man, I hate, I'm probably gonna butcher your name. Sovs. For those that are still part of Sov, let me know how to pronounce that because I know I'm butchering the hell out of it. Thank you so much for that generous raid. That was super kind and nice of you. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself here. And if you liked that and want more D&D, drop that follow. Would love to see you come back. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the tier 1 subs for 17 months. Octo, thank you for the host. King Sloth for the tier 1 sub for 14 months. Thank you. Biggie Nash, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. Thank you. And Fry Dragor, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. And Harper Hex, the tier 1 sub for 25 months, dude. That's a lot. That's a big amount of subscription. Thank you so much for hanging out and supporting the streams. All right. That's it, guys. If you want to join the after party, which is just chilling out in Discord, you can head on over to the Discord. Follow me on Twitter for more D&D news. And support the Patreon. Even if you want to drop $3 there, it helps out a lot. I think we got to 50 patrons Saturday. And our next big goal is actually getting some music written for the campaign. So, and having 1 track written a month or something like that. So, yeah. This was fun. Thank you again. Let me see what is going on, and we'll take you over to someone doing something. I got a lot to plan for today for Goblin campaign, so we will be wrapping up right now. Yo, Corgi Fist just saw that follow. Thank you very much for that. Who's doing what? Who's doing what? Who's doing what? Scrolling up and down, scrolling up and down, scrolling up and down. Who's doing what? Let me take you over. Barry is streaming. Mr. Barry is playing Amnesia Rebirth. So if you're up for some creepy times, head on over there and drop some love to Barry. Drop some BrettUltimus love. If you want to drop a Twitch Prime or subscription to unlock those emotes, hey, that helps me out tremendously. If you can't afford to, or, you know, no problem there, you can actually see if you have enough channel points to unlock the emote for 24 hours. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you again for joining. This was a lot of fun. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll see you all Thursday for the Arcane Academy Season 2, Episode 1. Have yourself a good day now. Bye-bye.